Here we are again. We've had a bit of a break. We did the July, and now we're back for the final big race meeting of the season. And we've got Soccer Shops, Lance Michael again, and Striker, Calimera.
Hello. Calimera.
Hello, guys. Nice to see you again.
How's it, Lance? How's it, Piere? Yeah, so obviously everybody's been asking where's the next podcast, but we're only doing the big race meetings. Sunday's going to be amazing. 12 races to go through. I think we should get going, otherwise we're going to be here for hours.
Okay.
10 races.
Oh, only
10.
10. Oh,
Yeah,
then we can talk cuck for a little bit. Listen,
I thought we talked cuck for the full hour.
Listen, last time, well, we're going to talk about a cuck now. I thought we had 12 races. It's changed everything. Last time we did a podcast, I had not yet won a Group 1.
True, eh?
Now,
congratulations.
Elite few.
Now, thanks to my mate, Piere Strydom, my awesome Michael de Kock, and my favorite horse, Humdinger, we did it. Obviously, I've thanked Piere 1,000 times, so I might as well thank him once more. We did have a Striker. We did have
Great
a
ride. That's got to.
Sorry, Lance.
That's got to be the ride of the year.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you.
Well,
that's why I'm still going. That's why I'm still riding. I know I've got a lot of oaks who want to shoot me down, but with rides like that, how can you stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, that was an outstanding ride. Well done. You deserve the accolades. And Joe, you deserve the Group 1. Well done.
Yeah, but more importantly, she deserved it because she was a gutsy mare that. So anyway, okay, onwards and upwards. Boys, race 1 listed. Shoo, this is a tough race to get started. Lance, why don't you get us
Who's going to take it away?
You.
Right, I'm away when racing. Guys, at the top of my book, I put you a great race. They got Joker Man at 3-1, 6 in a row. Not for me. I think it's a tough ask for him. I know he's a decent horse, but he's taking on real horses, yeah. Getting pressed. The 3 something Sakamaduma. It's raining William. I make this a very, very tough race. The horse, the Grey King, was back for real money a week or 2 ago. It's back on the turf, so it's going to be a different kettle of fish. Money House came from the dead to run a flash up second. Former Gear loves the course and distance. No, for me, huge race. Pomodora's Jet. I wouldn't be taking 3-1 that horse, Joker Man. And I think it's a tough race for the punters to start today.
So no selection, basically.
Yeah.
Well, if I had to, at gunpoint, take a selection, and it would literally be at gunpoint, I'm going to go for a horse called the Grey King. Back on the turf. And Joe, your horse, even though drawn 11, I give it some sort of chance. The horse I think that has it all to do is Joker Man, even from draw 1. I think even though it's a smart horse, I think it's got it to do.
Okay. Striker?
Yeah, I'm the guy that always likes a good draw at Gravel, just because of the advantage you get. Obviously, Joker Man, he's won 5 in a row. To win 6 in a row is very difficult. But I mean, he's done nothing wrong. But I'm going to lean towards number 2, get impressed. I think he ran behind some strong horses last time, and he's my first choice.
Yeah, and Money Heist beat him last time, and I think he'll beat him again. Tony reckons he still hasn't got it to the bottom of him. We all know what promise he showed as a younger horse, and I think he's found his feet again. The draw is a bit against us, but for me, Get Impressed, Money Heist are the 2 horses to follow. I think the Grey King's a runner, but look, we've got to give it 4 kilos, which is a bit, but I do think the way Money House ran last time out, you'll turn the form with or you'll hold the form, sorry, with Get Impressed, and I do think he'll be there or thereabouts. I'll be having massive place bets on him. Right, race
Listen, back on the grass, the runs to Green with Envy and the Flagman. That's the reason why I'm going with the Grey
Oh,
King.
100%.
I'm willing to forgive him his dirt run or the poly run. And I'm saying if he brings those runs to the course, he'll be the one to beat in a very, very tough opener.
100%. Right, race 2. I'll go first. Justin's had about 200 winners today at Durbanville, so he's extended his lead over Sean, but Sean will pull back like 300 or whatever the first prize is. Yeah, road drive, race over. I think Sean's going to have a proper go to try and win obviously he's trying to win the championship, and I think that this also wins. So for me, I know it's even money or slightly under evens, but I can't see how road drive gets beat. That's me. Piere?
Fully agree with you. Good draw. Got gate speed. Probably going to love Gravel. Rodeo Drive, the right horse to follow.
Yeah. What about you,
guys? Sean's got a lot of runners on the card today that are really, really strong favourites. This is the only one, in my opinion, that price is the correct value. As we go in deeper, you'll see that there's a Lucky Lad and there's a few that are really, as far as I'm concerned, too short in price. This one isn't. This one will win, and I think Dark Winter will follow it home. Blinkers back over the shorter trip. That for me is the race, nothing else.
Yeah, so I think the viewers can safely have a bet on Rodeo Drive. I think we all fancy this all strong. Right, race 3. Lance, your turn. Go first.
Okay, guys, on soccershop.bet, we got Danton from Santon 4-1. He's 28-10 with the rest of the industry. That's how much I like Danton from Santon. So, Joe, I know you're laughing because always Sean Terry is the best and I love him and the price and this and that. I just don't see the value in that horse being anything under 4-1. So Jason and I have gone 4-1. They were betting 3-1, that and Chocolate Soldier. I think it's a really tough race. If I had to stick my neck out, I'm going to go for a horse called Cat's Pajamas. And Buffalo Storm Cody, if it comes back to best as a runner. I'm going to take a stand here, and we're going to have a bit of a go against Danton from Santon. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, the Lebanese partners. It's just Jason, in my opinion, and we're going to stand by it.
Okay, go boy. As long as they don't issue a fatwa, you're okay. Yeah, have a go.
I'm going with Lance. Cat's Pajamas. He ran third on Cosmic Speed and Proceed. I've ridden Danton from Santon. He is a very nice horse. But if I had to put him against Cosmic Speed and Proceed, I don't think he'll be able to beat them. So there is an unofficial merit rating as well. Cat's Pajamas got a highest merit rating in his field. He's drawn better than Danton from Santon, so I'm going Cat's Pajamas. Chocolate Soldier, very fast horse, but this is a 1200. I'm not so sure if this is his game. I think he's more speed or 1,000 meters. So Cat's Pajamas, the right horse to follow.
Okay, and I'm going against both of you, and I think I found a lekker little lurker here. Lance, you guys have got this horse at about 12-1, and I can't see how Bourbon Warrior, Yogas Governor misses the trifecta. Only had one start. There's been a few winners out of the race. Hasn't run for 105 days. But Yogas does know the time of day, and I would imagine that they planned this all along. I don't know too much, but I know I'm not a big fan of Batala Palace, I have to say. But I think at 12-1, a horse with only one start can only improve, you know. And when I looked at this horse's time on debut, it ran on the same day as Quid Pro Quo, etc., and didn't run too far off on times. So Bourbon Warrior for me, nice little each way bet. Right, race 4. I shall go first.
Gonna have to improve, Joe. It's gonna have to improve plenty, but it's only
100%.
had one run, so
100%.
let's
100%.
see.
Okay, race 4, I'll go first. You got to think that the two best horses in the race, unfortunately, appear to have drawn the two worst draws. That's Quid Pro Quo and Lock and Key. And 2-year-old fillies over the mile. Whew, a lot has got to go right for you to win. Having said that, Quid Pro Quo's win at Scottsville was really impressive, but her win last time out was unbelievable. And she strikes me as the kind of filly that actually doesn't matter what goes wrong in a race. She's got the ability to get herself, extract herself out of trouble. So I think Barron's Quid Pro Quo is a big, big runner. Big runner. And then I found a horse. Listen, this is more of a quartet horse, but I can't work out when last Roy Magna made such a long journey. And I wouldn't like this Vision of Peace. There's nothing wrong with this horse's form, this filly. I know she probably hasn't beaten the best, but for Roy to take her down, like definitely don't leave her out. But I think Quid Pro Quo is above average, and for Gerald and Barrent, I hope that she wins again. So that's me, Quid Pro Quo. Yeah.
Yeah, like you've said, hit the nail on the head. Two also with the best form, and I would say I would prefer Quid Pro Quo though, just because he's run against the best in feature races. I finished second to her last time, and she went past me at about 150, like I was standing still. So it was really impressive. But the draw, you need luck. It's very difficult mile drawn there. So the two horses that are highly merit rated are Quid Pro Quo and Lock and Key. And then my horse is there about Fatal Flaw. But now, here's a value bet for me. World of Alice. She finished in front of Fatal Flaw a couple of starts back. And there were no excuses that day. I think World of Alice, drawn 2, there's a bit of value there.
Yeah, she's about Lance Soccer Shop .bet have got her at round about the 15-2 mark, Lance?
Correct. She's 7-8-1 World of Alice, fancied by Sean. He does rate her. He does give her a chance. Fatal Flaw talks to World of Alice. They can't be too far apart come Sunday afternoon. The 13 Lock and Key, not for me. She runs handy. She's drawn the worst of all. The race is not going to set up to suit her. Quid Pro Quo, the draw means nothing. She'll sit, she'll tuck in, and she'll come with a flurry. But I own a horse here, guys. I can't believe none of you have even given her a chance.
No, we let you talk about Spirit of Lavana. I knew you were going to talk.
Spirit of Lavana will go, I don't know, when the pictures are taken, there's a good chance she'll be right up there with them. I think she'll take a power beating. Obviously, huge respect for Quid Pro Quo and huge respect for Fatal Flaw, because, again, those are the classy horses and they've got the proven form. But you'll see also on Sunday, guys, this filly's smart, eh? She's really smart, and you'll see how good she is. And I love the engagement of Lorena. The horse is doing incredibly well, and she's going to be very, 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 very much in the fray. So I can't be more confident in that. I know Quid Pro Quo is the best around, but she's going to have to run come Sunday.
Well, Lance, I'll tell you the only thing against your horse. And like, I don't mean it in a bad way at all, but she's only one on the soft.
I didn't even look that far into her form because I know how smart she is. So listen,
I let you talk, and I love you, but like, she has actually only one on the soft.
fair
So,
play.
like, I always, when I see that,
She'll have a
yeah.
win in a Group 1 on firm.
No, 100%. Listen, when I see that in horses, like, I always wonder if there's, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of my, I want to say pet hates, but it's not a pet hate because, you know, you could export
For
her
me,
to, you could
for me,
export her to
Spirit of
Ireland,
Lavana, quid
she's
pro
run as a
quo,
beat.
Fatal Flaw and World of Alice. That's the race. I don't put Lock and Key in the race. Sorry, guys.
Okay, race 5, ladies and gentlemen.
And by the way, we 14 to 10 quid pro quo
Yes.
off a market price of 9 to 10. The market's 9 to 10, we 14 to 10. That doesn't mean we don't think it can win. We just think the value is more at 14 to 10 than it is at 9 to 10. That's all.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. And I think she is definitely the filly to beat, even from that draw, because she's quite versatile in her run style, you know, and she can get herself in trouble. Right, race 5. Sure. How's this for a race?
Okay, let me go. I used to own a majority of the specialists when we spoke last. I now own the minority. So, my partners, Lawrence Werners and his partners and Derek, we did a deal and we're so happy to be racing with Lawrence. And the horse has got a big chance. It's fancied, it's doing well, it's well drawn, but it's a really, really tough race, guys. And this type of race, I can't really pick a winner here. I think this is as tough as it gets. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys, but I can tell you the specialist is flying, and that's a quote from MJ.
It is a great race, eh, Piere?
Yeah, I remember what was my value bet July day? Cosmic Speed.
Yeah.
I think again, the way Craig Zaki raved about him after the winning post on July day. He's obviously a smart horse. Look, he was drawn 1 last time, which is a huge advantage. It's not going to be that easy this time. But Craig Zaki was very impressed by this horse. He says it's probably the best, one of the best babies around that Sean's got. So I'm going to definitely with Cosmic Speed. I'm going to also go with the specialist because he's got quite a high merit rating and he's drawn 2. So, yeah, I've got to go with those 2.
Okay.
I hope you're right. I hope we can run in the first 2 or 3. I'll be over the moon.
Okay, and I am going to win my second Group 1 because this horse has been crying to go further. The only thing that can beat him is that short straight. I'm telling you, Striker on Wahid is going to ride this horse like a man possessed. And obviously, I've got to go for my horse. He's a massive price this time. I mean, it wasn't the best or nor the worst run last time out, but I've got to believe he'll reverse form with some of those horses, if not all of them. I know what Mike thinks of him. He's a good horses. 1400, they just ran him off his feet. It was okay the time before in enlisted, but last time out the race was very strong. And I think we'll see.
I agree.
I think we'll see
Gonna love
a mile,
1600.
over a mile.
Absolutely love it.
Runs
Love
on
it,
Sunday.
Joe.
I can't. Wherever he runs on Sunday, Lance, I can't wait for him to get to Turfentino. Like, I just. So.
Guys, this horse was made for Turfentine.
But look, the specialist's a runner. Tony Peters, VJ's Angel's a runner. He's chosen to run the filly here. She's round about the 8-1 mark. She's a runner. For me, this is a super hard race. And I think we're going to see a decent 2-year-old come out of this race. if not decent first, second, third, and fourth. Very good race. Right, let's move on to the sprint. The Mercury. What a crime this is.
Hey guys, I said earlier that Sean's got a lot of favourites on the day, and obviously the 13 Lucky Lad, geez, poorly drawn, eh? Again, the trade has 11 at 10. We got 15 at 10. Again, not because we don't think it can win, because we don't think it'll trade less. He doesn't like Gravel. He's the best horse in the race. But I think he's got it to do from that draw. I've laid quite a big bet on a horse called I Am Giant this morning. And that's from a shocking draw into a decent draw and not far behind them. So I think it's a tough race. The market says 15 to 10 and 4 to 1 a horse called At My Command. But I think it's deeper than that, guys. I think it's a race that you need to add runners in. Don't let the betting put you off, the 33 to 1s and all of those. You've got to put them in. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's hard to follow Lucky Lad from that draw. I know he comes from behind, but if he comes from behind in a big field, short gravel straight, is he going to be able to get up? I'm not so sure. I'm leaning actually towards Royal Aussie. I know last time, well, the horse that finished second to him was Cousin Casey. And I know it was probably too short for Cousin Casey. But the fact that he beat Cousin Casey, nothing wrong with that. And then, but 4 lengths behind was a horse called Humdinger. So I'm going with Royal Aussie.
Yeah, that form's strong up here.
Yeah.
Very strong. Me personally, I think this is a one-horse race. And he's about 11 to 1. Carrying 60 kilos out of Stallgate 2, trained by Brett Crawford. And I mean, this horse, Sergey, I love the way this horse runs. He hasn't won for a long time, but his form over the course and distance isn't bad. He ran third to Gladiatorian, second to Isivungu Vungu. He's only been on the course twice. One of the times he was drawn 11, and he ran behind Gladiatorian in the post-Merchant exactly a year ago. And the other time he ran was from Stallgate 6. He's got a cracking draw in Stallgate 2 today, on Sunday. At 11 to 1, you can go far wrong, worse than taking each ways on this horse, because he'll be coming at them at the end. So Sergey for me. Royal Aussie for Piere. What did you say, Lance?
That type of race, I won't argue. I said it's that type of race. I respect, as a value race, you're going to get value because the favorite is too short. And on any given day, if the favorite was running at a different course, I would say the favorite will no doubt romp. But he has a clear disliking for Gravel. And he's
100%.
drawn poorly, so he's got it to do. So you're getting value everywhere else.
100%. Right, let's move on to the 3-2. The World Pool Gold Cup, Grade 3. I'm a tinge disappointed that Street Art didn't get in yet. We don't know yet, but doesn't look like he's going to get in. What are you thinking, Piere?
Yeah, well, look, Future Pill, the way he ran in the July, I mean, he sat last in that field and still ran on strongly. He's a 4-year-old, so he's a young stayer, if I can put it like that. He's got to be the horse to beat. I found a horse that I thought has been looking for the distance, but unfortunately his run in July was poor. Son of Raj. I think he's been looking for that extra ground. I've ridden him before. He 2-4, 3,000 meters. That's more his trip. And unfortunately, he ran second last in the July. I sort of said he's a nice value each way bet.
Okay. Lance?
Okay, I don't know. I think Pierre pinched my book while I was away, but the right favorite is Future Pearl. Sean's words were he's carrying a lot more than he did last year, but he's the best horse in the race. Guys, please don't leave Son of Raj out of anything. Put it in everything. Jackpots, pick sixes, bar pots. If there's still a bar pot, I don't know. Come race 7. I think it's a huge, huge outsider that has a serious chance of winning. So I respect that. And then the 2 futures, the future Pearl and the future Swing. So those are my 3. Not in any particular order, but I do respect Sean. I think it's a bit short to 12 to 10 again, but I think it's the right horse, even with the weight. He loves Greyville, and he only performs well at Greyville, and he performs very well this time of the year. So I do respect it, but I respect Future Swing, and I respect Son of Raj as a Hiroshimic. Over
Master
to you,
of
Joe.
Doubt. Master of Doubt. He must come here with a bit of a chance too.
Yeah, look, he did run in the July, but I think Son of Raj, Derby winner, he's a bit of an inconsistent horse. Maybe Tony's got to the bottom of him now. And I think he's going to prefer the 3-2 than he would have the 2200. So good outsider.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go light here in my pick 6. I'm only going to put 2 horses, and if Street Art gets in, I'll put him in. But I'm going to put in Son of Raj. I think he's a massive runner. I think you'll see a different horse. And I really, I've did a lot of Dean Canamae's horses this season, but I think this 3-year-old Master Fuego, I think this race has got a lot of has-beens in it, to be honest with you, no disrespect. And you don't have to be too sharp to win this race, because if you're an up-and-coming stayer with a little bit of chutzpah in you, then you can go well. I mean, this horse, I always like it when stayers have won early on in their careers. This horse managed to win a 7-furlong race. His last run in the Grade 3 behind Cape Eagle was actually a very good run. They backed him from 14 to 1 to 9 to 2 that day. He had Baratheon, he had Pomodoro's Jet, he had Ponte Pietre, Muncha Dinero. He had a lot of horses behind him, man. And I think he's probably going to be suited to this. And the fact that Dean runs him in this race, and I can't believe he's such a big price. Lance, you guys have got him at 15.5 to 1. Sure, that's a big price, Master.
Joe, there's huge value on the card on Sunday.
Yeah,
because
100%.
there's a lot of horses that are priced too short.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, if you know, I've written the betting down. I say a lot of these horses start half the odds, and some of the short ones start double odds.
I tipped Future Pull when it won that Grade 3. I thought it would win that day. Can't have it on Saturday. I'm sorry. I do think Son of Raj, but I actually do like Master Fuego a lot. And 15 to 1 is just the wrong price. Like you say, there's a lot of value for the punters out there. And then we haven't discussed Frank Robertson. We haven't discussed Frank Robertson's 2 horses. They finished first and second in the Gold Vase. I mean, there was nothing wrong with those 2 runs either. Please believe me. These younger horses could just serve it up to the older horses, because some of these older horses are, like, I mean, they've had their chopper. Anyway, right, race 8.
Tough race.
Tough race, yeah. Race 8. I want to go first.
Off you go, Joe.
I think people don't listen to Piere Strydom. That's the problem. They don't listen, and then they have a go, and they criticize, and they come up with solutions that don't work. But the reality is, this is seat against peak run. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I switched to him for the July. We all saw he was half murdered, 180 out, however far out it was. But this is his run. This is his race. There's no way he runs off levels against these horses. Dave the King, Royal Victory, Cousin Casey, Double Superlative, off levels and doesn't beat them.
I want to go last year.
I think Flagman's a big runner. They're also seriously impressive. But for me, Seat again, put and overs. Striker.
Yeah, look, like you said, I felt last time was his second run. Obviously, he wasn't spot on for the July. I think this is his race. I know Nick Johnson, he likes these weight for age races. Like he says, the July is a handicap and it's for the people or whatever. But he wants to win the grade ones, weight for age races. And it looks like this race is spot on for Seat again. Third run, uh, um, I just wish he was drawn better. You know, you still need some luck. Obviously, Dave the King beat him comfortably the last time they met, but Dave the King was more at his peak, where Seat again was having his first run from a rest. The thing that could help us a lot is Dave the King races quite handy in his draw next to me. So, if he goes forward, he's a type of horse I can sort of keep in my sights. I know Mace doesn't want me to be too handy on Seat again. He prefers me to give the horse a bit of a chance and run on at them. So with Dave the King, it goes handy. Flagman, Purple Pitcher, we could have a decent pace, and it could all work out in Seat again's favour. My danger's obviously got to be Dave the King, just because of the way he beat Seat again. And then I thought Cousin Casey's drawn one. He got the run of the race. He was sitting exactly in the spot he wants to be. Where we are bad draw, we're still looking. Do we work our horses in the beginning to get a position, or we drop further back than we really want to be? So yeah, I make Cousin Casey one of the other dangers.
And we know, I just want to, before you say anything, Lance, we know that Kamala is having a full go on Cousin Casey's because he's 54 grand in the hole. After the July.
Why is he 54 grand in the hole?
Because he moored that horse so many times. He got a 54 grand
I
fine.
didn't even know that. Okay, guys, it's a very simple race. It's 2-horse race. And as you said, Joe, see it again, third run, peak, ready to win. Well weighted, getting weight between 3.5 and 5 kilos from almost everybody except Dave the King. And I think his Champions Challenge win, I think that was the race, am I correct? Was an unbelievable win. So for me, the Gold Challenge. For me, it's an absolute 2-horse race. But I think Piere will run second. I'm strong on Dave the King, and I think he's a good thing, in my opinion. And See It Again will run a clear second.
Yeah, this is a good race. So don't discard Flagman, though. Don't discard Flagman. Right. Race 9.
Lance?
All right,
Lance,
at the top of my book, I put
Shake
very
Lance.
open race.
Shake Lance,
Yes.
if you're a runner here.
Yes, I got a horse called Ivy Lee coming off a bleed. I hope she runs well. She's talented, but it's a big ask. I like a funny horse here. I'm going to take a chance on a horse who I think's been winning over less and beaten the best over less. I'm going to go for a horse called Raz Kova. I think she's going to love the distance. She's a winner at Gravel. She's coming from a stable that's in form. I'm not too put off by the draw because it is 2,000 meters. But I really, really respect her. I'm not mad about beating Wings. I'm not mad about the other runner in the race that's in the betting, Happy Chance. Even though they run to that Ferrari Humdinger, my clear fancy is Raskova. And I give a strong, strong chance to a horse called Red Palace. But Red Palace has to go to the front. Red Palace goes to the front, her and Raskova will fight it out. That's my opinion. in what
Interesting.
looks to be a competitive race.
Very interesting. Very,
Western
very.
Winter Mare, Lancaster Bomber Sire.
Yeah.
She's been winning over less, and I think the 2000, she's going to love every inch of it.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay. Interesting. Mr. Strydom?
Yeah, I don't like Riskov at all. For, for, for the simple reason.
I'll say she
every
was
time-
last. I just want to get it in there quickly.
For the simple reason, Craig ridden many times, and he says it's one of the strongest fillies that he's ridden. So I don't know if he's going to be able to hold over 2000. She just jumps and she goes. He was actually lucky that he sort of managed to settle her last time, but he settled behind us Humdinger. Remember, if you go too slow in the race, the jockeys will take you on, or the horses will pull and they'll come around you. If you go at a decent enough pace, like I did on Humdinger, the jockeys will slot in behind because they're quite happy with the pace. Now it's a 2000. It's going to be very difficult for her. But Lance, it's the only reason why I don't like her. I'm not sure if she's going to enjoy the 2000.
She's a great filly, eh? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Wrong with her. Nothing
the
wrong
way
with her.
she races, she can't see the 2000 meters. No chance. She'll be gasping for air. I promise you. Carry on, Pierre.
So now what I see is that she's going to probably run hard in the beginning. If Red Palace, like Lance says, it must jump, it must go. So obviously last time, what's the name? I think it's Andrews, he rode her, and he said he couldn't get there. She didn't have enough speed because in Cape Town they don't go, so he's able to lead with her. Gravel's a different story. It's a speed track, so she couldn't get there. But over this distance, I see Aldo's riding her now. He might be able to get there. But in saying that, if Red Palace goes, if Raskova pulls and goes, it's going to make the race for a back marker, and that's why I'm going to go with Happy Chance. The fact that she ran second to Humdinger makes her good enough to win in this field.
Sure. Sure. Geez, I couldn't be more opposite to you two, Oaks. And the Oaks who watch our podcast, I know some of them think I'm crazy, but people love me. I'm telling you now, you Oaks have missed the winner in this race.
Don't lose that confidence, Joe.
Lance, how can you overlook Gilded Butterfly?
Oh, you joke.
China. I promise you.
I want to have you a wager, a burger, a steak, a rack of ribs. That wherever they run, Gilded Butterfly will be at least 2-3 lengths behind Raskova.
That's a bet. That is a bet.
I don't even want to say that we'll beat you or
Just
it will beat you.
Yeah.
I say beat you, and I'm willing to pay if she runs within a length of Raskova. I'll say
Okay,
your book's upside down. Check.
I think Joey in trouble. Do you know Gilded Butterfly finished 5 lengths behind Humdinger, and Happy Chance finished a short head behind Humdinger? Just
Don't worry about that, because I know how people think. This was this horse's target. I'm telling you now. This horse has had a few sighters of gravel in its career. Okay, she ran anyway. Listen, I've made my choice. Listen, we're allowed to make our choices. She ran third behind Bless My Stars over. Oh no, I promise you, this is.
All right,
Hey,
you've made your choice. We don't
made my
think it's
choice.
in the race.
Yeah.
You don't have to justify why you made it. I think the book's upside down. Maybe you should look again, turn it around. And I've got a bet with you.
Okay, hold on.
To beat her.
I think Gilded Butterfly is a big runner. Okay, and I definitely, I'm going to tell you, Oaks, don't leave Red Maple out. Okay. She won. I tipped her. She won. Big price, 25-1. Last time out, she was. There were only 2 fillies in the race against all these colts in the splash out 2200. She's back against the fillies. Big price. Put her in. Viewers, enjoy the money you're going to make with Gilded Butterfly and Red Maple. Last race of the day. By now, my feet are killing me. And Sheikh Lance has got another runner in the race.
Have I? What have I
China.
got?
You've lost track of all these horses. I thought Magic Tattoo was yours. Sorry.
No.
Okay,
Jake
go on.
Lance hasn't got a run in this race. Again, 5 in a row for Dreamland. I don't know. Not for me, eh? I'm going to go for the youngster. It's nearly 3. He'll be 3 a day or 2 after the race. I think the horse to beat is Pistol Pete, and I'm going on the fact that Bjorn Arnstad's going to run a cracker earlier. Proceed. We know how good that is. We know how good Fire Attack is.
Proceed
I know
doesn't
it's 2. No, I'm saying Proceed is.
on 4.
We know what Proceed is.
Yeah.
I'm quite strong on Pistol Pete, guys. It's drawn well enough. It's carrying a very lightweight. Dreamland's done nothing wrong, but again, 5 in a row. And for my money, I think the quality of horse that Pistol Pete has run against is far superior and receiving 5 kilos. Short and sweet, Pistol Pete overs, skid overs.
For me, this is the second best bet of the weekend. I think Pistol Pete is a racing certainty. The other racing certainties at Sandown, Rascallion. But yeah, for me, I agree, Lance. I don't have anything else to say. They won't smell this horse. Pistol Pete.
And you can get 3 to 1.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm going to agree with you guys, and I like what you said, Lance. A day or 2 later, the horses they turn a year older, and they get their penalty for being an older horse. So this horse in 3 days should have carried more than this weight. So I like what you're saying.
I'm not a farmer, Pierre.
Good. Now, I know you knew all stuff. Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed by you, though. Good draw, improver, speed. Yeah, Pistol Pete.
Overs, boys. Pity it's not in the exotics, because that would be the banker all round. Pierre, Joe, and myself.
Yeah, this is the bet of the weekend.
Joey, before I finish, or before we finish, all the Group 1s, soccershop.bet online clients. Second place, you get your money back.
Oh, that's nice.
2,000 rand stake. So if you take 10 to 2 and your horse happens to run second, you'll give you your 2,000 back. And on the entire card from race 1 to 10, your net loss on the day, you will get 10% back on that net loss after 12 o'clock Saturday evening.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, soccershop.bet. Thank you, Piere Strydom. I'll see one of you at the races. The other one doesn't go racing. Lance, I hope the specialist runs well.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Lawrence and the partners as well as myself.
Yeah, 100%.
A dirty
second beyond Wahid will do me just fine.
I won't be unhappy with that, but I'd be a lot happy if it wins. But again, placed in a Group 1, I think we know in that race we got quality. So
100%. It's a great race. Pierre, look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Oh, I might see you on Saturday. I might fly up on Saturday. To the guys who watch the podcast, thanks for following us this season. We're going to be looking to do some more next season. We know you love it. We tip a lot of winners, only equaled by the amount of losers. But I do think we have finished ahead overall, and I think that's some achievement. We like a bit of a laugh. Go Money Heist. Go Pistol Pete.
And go the specialist.
And Wahid.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Bye.